Wow, it's been a while. Let's see. Closer. Or just a chill stream, it's fine. I actually don't have the link on hand, do I? Newvid. There you go. I'm waiting for my drink to stop being a chunk of ice, to be honest. Razor Blue! Hello, thank you for dropping by the stream. How are you? I am doing well. It is late in the evening and I'm just winding down a little bit, but otherwise I've had a really good week. Busy, but good. Hope you're doing well too. How are you? I saw you followed me a few days ago. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. I don't know how you found me though. I wonder how you did. I didn't see you follow 5 days ago. I wonder what I did 5 days ago. I don't think I was streaming 5 days ago. But yeah. Hope you're doing well too, wherever you are, whenever you are. Yeah. What happened 5 days ago? How did you find me? Well, in case you don't really know me, I'm Shadow Tenshi. I do music stuff and play occasional games and stream, and I just like to chill. Like for example, this music, it's called Magic Industrial City. It's actually not composed by me, it's composed by my friend White, but I made a remix of it, which is the one you're hearing right now. Yeah. You can find it on YouTube as well. I do compose my own music, which is why I'm having this stream tonight, because chapter 3 of the timer series I'm making is coming up in half an hour, so hope you'll stay around and enjoy that. I don't know if I'll stream it though. I might leave it muted so you can take a look at it, or I could leave it unmuted so we could all look at it, but not too sure at the moment. I don't know if you hear that, you probably do. So, thing is, I got some soju. Oh, I had some soju from before that I didn't finish. I had it in the fridge and stuff like that. And then, today I made like, Nyar! Notification! Oh yeah, it's for my own premiere. Yeah, okay, anyways. So I made like half a cup of a drink, consisting of a small bottle of Yakult. You know that, I don't know if it's Korean or Japanese, but that yogurt drink of some sort. Or is it like probiotic? Something like that, that sweet one. And then I added in the rest of my peach soju that I had. So now it's a mix. But then I put that in the freezer because I heard that soju should be served cold. And alcohol's freezing point is lower than that of water, so it should have been fine, but it froze over. So now I have this chunk of alcoholed Yakult, I suppose, that's not sippable. I'm trying to make it either melt faster or turn it into some sort of slushy with a spoon. So you might hear me doing that. I mean, it's a nice sound though. It's like making frost or snow or whatever. Maybe I'll do a cooking stream someday. I've been doing some cooking, well, not streams, but cooking, I suppose, in voice calls in my Discord with some friends. And I think they seem to enjoy it. If you follow my Twitter, I guess you'll see some of those cooking photos as well. Salmon I had today was really, really good. If you're new here, you might be wondering about what the dehydrate redeem is. When I have an alcoholic drink with me on stream, if you use that dehydrate redeem, you can have me take a sip. It's kind of like the hydrate redeem, except instead of drinking water, I'm drinking alcohol-ish. It's really not that strong. And I've never really been drunk before either, so Honestly, I only bought this bottle of soju because I felt like a rebel for the first time ever, getting away from the house and getting my own drink. I don't have too much interest in alcohol, but can't deny it's pretty good when you're drinking with friends or for special occasions. It's just kind of what I'm doing right now, I suppose. It's pretty good to eat though. It's kind of like having shaved ice in a sense, when it just starts melting. It's Yakult, but with a twist. It's a pretty awkward time for a stream though, not gonna lie. Not only is it kind of late for me, I guess the only people who are really awake right now are people in Asia, people who stay up late in Australia, people who wake up really early in the States or North America, and people in Europe, but they're probably busy tying up their day and finishing up their work or whatnot. This is Saturday though, so I'm not sure if they're terribly awake at the moment. They might be sleeping in. I guess I'll just continue chipping away at this block of Yakult, a soju ice. Chipping ASMR. But I'm starting to reach the bottom of the cup though, so you might stop hearing that sometime. Thank you for the follow, Simon. I hope that's okay. I hope I didn't mess up. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm Shadow Tenchi. I do music sometimes. I play games, but I'm really bad at it. I made this background music you're hearing, and I play a lot more. Play around with stuff. So that's why I'm streaming today, because the videos premiere in about 30 minutes, but nice to meet ya. Chopping away at this block of frozen over Yakult soju mix that I made earlier today. And put in the freezer because I thought it wouldn't freeze over, but it did, probably because the water content in it is a lot higher than the alcohol content, and the freezing point rose, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the semantics of alcohol. Is this some sort of ASMR that people enjoy, maybe? I'm gonna lurk. Alright, sounds good. Thank you for dropping by the ASMR. No worries, do what you gotta do. It's hard having that work-life balance sometimes, you know. That's a nice looking slush. Probably pretty tasty too. Maybe I'll just take a small bite. Love your model, it's cute. Thank you. Thank you very much. Say made it. I don't know if you know Say. She's really nice. She's really talented in that. What was I talking about? I don't even remember anymore. Hello, hello. Simon. Yeah. Nice to meet ya. I don't know if... I was gonna say something, but I forgot. It's only been like 2 seconds. I only had like 2, maybe 3 small bites of this slush. Slush. I'm not drunk from that. Why am I forgetting my words already? Oh well. I wonder how you guys found me though. Oh, I was gonna ask if there's a bit of a delay. Because I'm not sure. My Wi-Fi connection isn't exactly the most reliable, unfortunately. But nothing much I can do about that unless I go out of my way to get my own internet. Yeah, how did people even find me? Maybe I was so... nah, don't worry about it. Sometimes it can be weird. I really do wonder how people find me though. Either through like other people, mutuals, randomly on Twitter. I mean, I guess I do use some hashtags like the VTuber tag and stuff like that. Although I did add some new tags today for my Twitch stream, which is for Australia and Canada. Australia because I'm currently physically in Australia. Canada because I'm originally from Canada. I guess you might hear a bit of some strange accent or some strange mix of accents in my English speaking. I learned the other day that Australians, they call ketchup tomato sauce. It was really strange, I think, to think about, because it was that day I was trying to buy this. Think of like a sausage roll, if you know what that is. It's like some sort of pastry outer thing, but instead of a sausage in between, it's like feta and spinach mix, I believe. It was really good and probably more healthy than the sausage roll, but I think that pastry, that really large pastry sort of thing, I was buying that for lunch, and the vendor was like, "Would you like some sauce with that?" I'm just like, "Ooh, sauce. Sure, I wonder what kind of sauce is it? Is it some kind of gravy? Is it barbecue sauce?" And then they just got like a bottle of ketchup and squirted it into the container. I'm just like, what? That's not sauce. And I went back to my place of work, well, research lab-ish area, office area. And then there I asked my coworkers. So the vendor asked me if I would like some sauce with my roll thing that I bought, and they gave me ketchup. And they're just like, "Oh yeah, we don't call that ketchup here. It's tomato sauce." I'm just like, "What do you call the thing that you put on spaghetti?" And they're just like, "That's also tomato sauce." I'm just like, wow, mind blown. So it's pretty interesting sometimes. I was doing a walk in Twitch and my eyes found you. Aw, that's nice, I think. Thank you. I don't know how that happens though. Where were you taking a walk in Twitch? How do you even take a walk in Twitch? I know you can browse like tags and stuff, but I'm not sure. There's not very many people watching my stream right now because it's an awkward time for my friends. So I don't know how that came into be, but I'm really glad. I'm glad you decided to drop by. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. And this slushy is slowly starting to have more liquid in it, so it's probably gonna become a bit more drinkable. But at the moment, it's still gonna be just little chops and bites. It's rather strange to be talking without having someone to talk to. But that's just how streamers are, right? Well, what are you preparing? Oh, I'm assuming you're asking about this slush thingy here. So, I got some peach soju, and I got some Yakult, and then it's kind of like, you know, PPAP, right? I have peach soju. I have Yakult. Yeah! A drink. And then I put it in the freezer. And it was frozen into a block of ice, and I couldn't drink it because it's solid, so I'm taking a spoon and chipping away at the ice. That's a pretty good, I guess I wouldn't really call it a drink yet, but pretty good to eat. I'm not sure what you're referring to with the slash though, but sure, night. Hello. Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Has been a while since I last streamed, I suppose. A while since you last I saw your name, so I don't remember when that was, but hope you've been well. A long time no see. Probably followed a long time ago, eh? Hope you're doing well. I keep saying that because it's hard to make small talk on stream when you're busy trying to think of words. Yeah. Met you somewhere around January. That has been a while. A lot has changed since then, I suppose. Vaguely remember there being quite a few people. Sorry, it's kind of difficult to remember a lot of names, but it's nice to see you around. First time chat from you, it says, so welcome to my chat. You shall be held hostage until you are ready to leave. I don't think that really counts as being held hostage, but that's fine, I think. Yeah. I've been streaming at awkward times and I haven't been streaming as much, so I'm glad that you're able to drop by today. Yeah. Although in earlier January I was in Taiwan, but later I was in Australia, which is where I am right now. And then I started getting busy with setting up my research stuff that I need to do for my degree. So yeah, streaming has been a bit sparse, and I still have a PowerPoint presentation I need to make for Monday, but I thought I'd stream a little bit tonight, because why not? Also, I do have this drink. Well, I keep saying it's a drink, but it's not really a drink, but it's alcoholic. I don't even know what to call this anymore. Thing that I can consume. I play Apex. I do play Apex, but I am pretty bad at it. I started like maybe around September last year. Before that I tried like 1 or 2 games or something, but then before that particular update my previous laptop couldn't handle it and it keeps crashing. And afterwards I played from September. Played it on and off a little bit, I suppose. This is technically my first FPS game as well. It's the first time. Because I think, I say technically because before that, I've only played like 1 game of Valorant and then I got completely torn into by the randos I played with because I was so bad at it. And they're like, why are you shooting the wall? I'm just like, I don't know how to aim, I've never played FPS before. So it kind of turned me off, so I uninstalled Valorant. So, barring that 1 game, I think Apex was my first FPS. So, I struggled a bit, but it's fun playing with friends. Recently I played a little bit more. New update is pretty cool as well. So you wouldn't see me be really good at it. Like, I may get a few lucky kills here and there, but I'd mostly get carried by my friends or other people. Anybody can get into Silver 4, so I got into Silver 4 after quite a few rounds. Quite a few games, it took a while. I'm not that good, so as I keep saying. Also, it's hard to play that on stream because, again, I don't really have a desktop because I'm still moving around and stuff. And my future's not set yet. I've never had a desktop, maybe in the future I will. But, yeah, when I play on this particular laptop, even though I can run a game, gets a bit laggy on stream, which is unfortunate. You can know where people are from with the current viewer location thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I think it's mostly for you guys to see where other people are from though, because I didn't really check it. It's hard to check my own stream sometimes when I'm streaming because firstly it's a lot to focus on, and also it takes up more rendering. It makes my computer a little bit more unhappy when I open more tabs and stuff as well. So I tend not to. Yeah. Oh well. What is it called? What's that extension called? Viewer geolocation or something? Yeah, I can't really see it while I stream, unfortunately. But you guys can have fun with that. Yeah, you could send a snapshot to me on Twitter or something. Yeah. It's a bit different drinking a drink and eating a drink. Maybe in the future I'll just continue doing that. freezing my drinks and then eating them like shaved ice. It's pretty satisfying. Although I did buy some ice cream the other day. Well, I say the other day, it's been more than a week now. Because it was on sale. The Haagen-Dazs was on sale 2 weeks ago. It was half price. And I was like, I'm just like, oh my god, half price, you don't really see that. Yeah, I got like a dark chocolate and salted caramel flavor. I had a little bit of it, it's so good. I think the other one is like dark chocolate and some sort of vanilla. I have high hopes for that one as well. I don't know, I like sweet stuff. I don't like candy though. Like Australians, they call it lollies, I say. But that sort of like hard candy, or I feel like it's a bit too sweet for me. Yeah, just a bit too much sugar. But I do like my chocolate. I don't like white chocolate because it's too sweet, but I like my milk chocolate and my dark chocolate. Especially those types of chocolate when there's like some syrupy jam in between. Like, for example, there's strawberry jam or something. I think I had that like once or twice in my life. Those are pretty good. Oh, with caramel it's pretty good too. Like, I'm just thinking about like Twix bars or Mars bars. Oh, I don't know if you're familiar with Bueno chocolate bars, but they have like a wafer and like hazelnut cream filling with chocolate. Ah, that's one of my guilty pleasures. So chocolate's something I like to eat. I guess sweet stuff in general, if it's not candies. On the savory side, I do like garlic. I haven't eaten chocolate candy in a while. That's fair. It's kind of hard to go out of your way to buy them because you kind of have to be in the mood to eat them to snack in, right? If you're busy with life and you kind of forget about your hunger for snacks and you only eat meals, it's hard to eat snacks in between. And I guess you'd count that as a snack. And sometimes when you snack, you kind of want more savory things. So like if you want to be particularly unhealthy, you'd probably eat some chips. Or if you're particularly healthy, you might eat a salad or something. I don't know. I don't really know. Crackers? I don't even know what's considered healthy or not anymore. But even then, if you're considering something less healthy, I mean something more healthy but sweet, you probably got like a fruit like a banana, or like an apple, or a tangerine, or nectarine. What's a tangerine? What's a nectarine? Nectarine is the red one with white flesh. Tangerine is tangerine? No, tangerine is like the orange citrus-like fruit, right? Yeah, okay. Hey, they rhymed, okay, and my brain isn't moving fast enough near midnight. Yeah. Oh well. Tangerines are nectarines. I'm just thinking about it. Tangerines and nectarines are so much different now that I mixed them up. Hi teens. Thanks for the like, hope you're doing well. Yeah. Look, Larry. Glad to see you here. Thank you for dropping by. Streamers have it hard sometimes, don't they? Again, like, after I started streaming, gain a lot more appreciation for those who do it, and especially those who are starting out or don't have much of a viewer base. Because a lot of the time you're just talking to what seems like yourself, and without expectation of having some sort of reaction from whatever audience you might have. It can be a bit stressful if you're not accustomed to. But then I talk to myself a lot anyways, so I guess I'm not as bothered as some people can be. But I can see why people do enjoy streaming and why people don't enjoy streaming. I like streaming sometimes, but I do have to be in the mood for it. Although it seems now that I moved time zones, it's a lot stranger. Because Now I have friends in like Asia, in Europe, in North America. I don't know about South America. I'm not too sure where my other friends are from. Don't think it's South America though, I think it's still North America. So yeah, it's hard to coordinate something that corresponds to all of those time zones. Although, if I wake up early enough, I get to speak with my North American friends a lot more. And if I sleep late enough, it's the same thing, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it depends on the sleep schedule as well. The European people are a bit more difficult to get in touch with. I think right now. We're gonna have from Middle East too. Ooh, that's new. I haven't heard that before. That's really cool. Yeah, I was really surprised when I got my first viewer from Europe. From, I think, what was it, Belgium you said? Belgium. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I never even considered that as a country that existed in my life. It's so far away from everything, and I've never been to Europe before. I do want to visit someday though. Seems like a really interesting place. Maybe just to visit. And then it's like, wow! And now I have friends from more places in the world. I'm from somewhere called Bahrain. I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. I have no idea where that is. My geography is not my strong suit. Like, it's not something that I'm really good at all. I never really took geography in high school either, so I think the most geography I know is probably the Canadian provinces. And that's about it. Middle East, hey, that's really cool. Wow. I don't know what to say. I think things about visiting new countries sometimes is just learning a bit about the culture or like how people are or interact, but I think I'd also be really interested in the food. I like food. I like making good food. I like eating good food. I'm not really good at spicy food though, unfortunately. But when we go to like this new place and you just try their local food, I feel like it's hard to put into words. It tells you a bit about that new place. Although it's hard to really find a food that really represents Australia. I'm just thinking about after I arrived here, I don't know if there's anything in particular that's Australian that I ate. Although when I did go grocery shopping, there was kangaroo meat being sold, like in the other meats section. I'm just like, wow. I mean, it looks really lean, probably because of their bulging muscles that kangaroos have that they use to jump and punch people. Other kangaroos, I mean, not people, if you don't, yeah. So, I'm not sure when I'll take up the courage to take a try, but I found it interesting. But other than that, I think my coworker said that I should try Vegemite. Apparently it's some sort of spread that you eat with bread. Is that right? Some sort of spread you eat with bread that's kind of savory maybe? But it's not, it's like an acquired taste, so it's not for everyone. So I've been a little hesitant about buying like a small jar or like a bottle of it or whatever it comes in at the supermarket. Because I don't know what if I don't like it and I don't want to finish it, you know? So when the situation arises, I might try it, but if the opportunity doesn't present itself, I might not go out of my way to try it, you know? But otherwise, the food here seems to be like a mix of just a fusion of a lot of different cultures, which is very interesting, I found. There was this place, went to for lunch the other day with my coworkers and my research supervisor. It was like primarily an Asian restaurant, but it had like traditional like Chinese food, but also Japanese food and Malaysian food. So I found it really interesting that one restaurant could have so many different choices in foods coming from different cultures. Because that's not something I've seen in Canada before, I don't think. If I don't think Canadian food, I'd probably think, well, stuff like maple syrup, firstly. Maple syrup's a bit of a staple. Maple syrup's pretty good as well. But poutine. I miss poutine. I miss poutine so much. Like, there's something about just having really good fries with cheese curds that kind of just melt that texture, and then just like a really nice helping of rich gravy. Oh my god, I miss poutine. It's been so long, I feel. Yeah, I really want to eat poutine, but I can't really find the opportunity to here, and I don't really see it here anywhere, especially in Asia. I don't think it's right in Australia either. When I go back to Canada, I'm gonna eat poutine, I'm gonna eat poutine, I'm gonna eat poutine. I miss poutine. Yeah. That's okay. There's a lot of other good food for me to try. Not good to tell people about our foods. That's fine. You don't have to. Or you can just talk about what I like to eat. Try shawarma. Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that before. I think most people probably, like me, heard it first from the Iron Man in the Avengers movie. I forgot which one it was. Like, do you want to try shawarma? It's this really nice place around the corner. It's like, nah, we have stuff to do, that we need to clean up and stuff. Then shawarma after, he said. It's just took a look at it. It does look really good though. Oh yeah, it's premiering. The new video is premiering. New vid. Link is over here. Although with the premiere thing, it usually runs for like a 2-minute timer countdown first, right? And it runs for like a 2-minute, or was it 1 minute? Some sort of countdown first before the actual video starts. But this was the main purpose of my stream today. That's so that people can either watch it together, or I can mute myself and you guys can watch it on YouTube. It's good premiere, so like as in right now. So go check it out if you want. And I'm not forcing you to. I wonder if I can show it on my screen. Give it a sec. Yeah, that's not, there it is. I can come back. I do game videos. That's not really a game video. That one's a music video. I do store my VODs for my streams on my channel though. You can probably find it in the Twitch VODs playlist. It's unlisted though. Let's see. I believe if the clock is ticking down, bird. Let's see. More. So if I take this, like that, and then I take out the tab, and then I get the window over here, and then I show it on the screen. Hopefully. No? Yes? No? Maybe? No? Oh, that sucks. Why are you not showing up on the screen? I'm gonna have to take a look. There's only 36 seconds. Yeah. I want to show it on my screen, but it's not showing up on the screen, and I don't know why. Nah. That's unfortunate. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to. I guess I will just have to watch. I will mute myself for a bit. Wait, maybe I'll do this. Yay! Yay! So that was that. Yeah, so to answer your question, it's kind of like an animation of sorts, but it's not really an animation because it's more like this like a static picture that I edited to make it look like it has animation, but it really doesn't. But it's no more focus. The focus is on the music that I made, that I composed, and the story that I wrote along with it in the description. So that is chapter 3. Hope you enjoyed that. That's okay. It's mostly for the music, I think, because I made it myself. Made it from scratch. Timeless contemplation. We can continue listening to it. Let me add it to the playlist. Yeah, I made this music myself. I felt like it was pretty chill and nice, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. So there's this Timeless series. Well, this whole series is called Timeless. It's gonna be like a series of music that I compose and story that I write along with it. I'm glad. It's calm and relaxing. I mainly started it because I wanted to compose the music and I wanted to let music tell a story, but I also write a story with it for those that don't really have, who aren't really able to hear the story of the music or paint the picture in their minds. So yeah, that was chapter 3. We can start with chapter 0. I think I have a command for that. Hashtags on Twitter and YouTube have an extra I in it, because like how Shadow Tenshi has an extra I in it. There's the playlist for it. Chapter 0, 1, 2, today 3 released. 4, I think the art is ready. The story is ready, the music is ready. I just have to probably edit a video and make the art for it, but, well, no, as in like, someone else made the art for it, and I need to edit it into the video, but that's gonna take a while, and I'm a bit busy in March, so I just said I will release either later in March or earlier in April, so look forward to that. Chapter 5, I'm still working on. I don't really have the music or story yet, so I do have a draft of the music that I started but didn't finish yet, but you'll have to wait a bit for that. But in the meantime, you can enjoy chapters 0 to 3 and 4 when it comes out. Yeah. Well, this drink has really properly thawed out now. I can actually just take a sip from it instead of eating the slush. I don't know if you can hear it in the music, but it's a very special time signature. Not that there really is a time signature. It's a mix of, so music is usually in 3 or 4 beats. This one's in 5 and 6, mixed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it kind of repeats that throughout, but there are some minor differences here and there. I wanted to challenge myself a bit. And it's a bit poetic too, because the previous chapters were in 3 and 4 respectively. The next one will be in 7. But it's a really unorthodox time for music, like time signature, the beat. I'm glad it really turned out okay, I think. One of our friends was like, there's no way you can do it, that's not how music works. I was like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And I did, because I feel like this music probably came out okay, right? So, ha, I told ya so. Hee 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 hee. Good drink. I'm just drinking it because I feel like drinking it. I don't even need to do a dehydrate routine anymore. I'll just chill here until I finish the drink. don't know why when Persona 5 Jazz Cafe mix. Persona 5 has some really, really good music. Very jazzy for sure. But yes, I enjoy listening to the music as well. Honestly, there's a lot of game music that I really admire and enjoy. I'm not sure where I take the inspiration from though. This one particularly, Chapter 3, the one we're listening to right now, the one that just came out. It is a little bit like, I wanted to take the atmosphere of like a jazz bar sort of vibe, put it into the music, but also make it a little more chill and not as heavy. Like heavy in the sense of like grounded in reality. That's why it's timeless contemplation in music. If music's name. Because it kind of depicts thinking about life, contemplating stuff, checking out your memories, taking a trip down that memory lane or whatever. And just sipping on this drink calmly. Oh, isn't that just nice? I'm sipping on my drink calmly too. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's a parallel, isn't it? It's a different drink though. I don't quite have a spritzer on hand. Spritzer was my first alcoholic drink. It's like, I remember it a lot. Was at some Christmas social event for my part-time job at the time. And they were handing out drink tickets and I got a ticket and I went to the counter and I'm just like, I don't know anything about alcoholic drinks. Do you have something fruity that you can recommend? I don't know what all these names on the list of the menu is. And then the bartender was very nice. He was like, I'll whip something up for you that's not on the menu. He said something fruity, right? And I'm just like, yeah. And then he got out some, I think it was it cranberry juice? It was the red juice. I don't remember if it was cranberry or raspberry. I think it was cranberry. I remember the bottle being cranberry. I remember drinking cranberry juice before. So he got some cranberry juice, poured it into the drink, got some soda, I think a Sprite of some sort, put it into the drink, added some ice, added some white wine. I think I got the order wrong. So it's like, there's the alcohol content from the white wine, there's the sweetness from the cranberry juice, and there's the fizziness from the soda. And then afterwards, it looked very nice. It was a very nice cut of bread. And I was like, would you like a piece of lemon or lime with it? And then I was like, lemon maybe. So it turned out to be a red drink with a yellow slice of lemon. And then he's like, oh, that's interesting. Those people are lime people, not lemon people. I'm just like, wow, but I like lemons. Don't take that out of context though. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable first ever alcoholic drink for myself. And I remember that night very vividly. It was a pretty formal social event too. Dressed up in like dress shirt and like one of those fancy jackets. I don't know what they're really called, those suit jackets, I think so. I wasn't wearing black suit jacket though, that's a bit too formal. I was wearing a pink one, a slightly off pink one, I'm not too sure. It was a really nice one. I didn't bring it with me unfortunately. And afterwards, I think my second drink was also at the Christmas party hosted by my research supervisor in Canada at the time. I believe I had a glass of white wine. That's about it. Otherwise, I've had maybe a glass of wine here and there. Social events that I've been to. Not that I've been to many though. And then the bottle of soju that I bought here when I moved out. Because I was like, I am my own person now. I can drink when I want. I can buy my own alcohol. Still showing my ID because I look young and everything. And I am young, I suppose, technically. But I can get my own alcohol and I'm an adult. So that's probably one of the only reasons why I bought it. That, and I haven't had soju before. Oh, I did have some fruity beers back in Taiwan though. Those are pretty good because you can usually get them at the convenience store. Never tried though? It's okay. Wait until you're ready. I mean, it's not good to have them too early because when you're still a teenager or even a child, I don't know how old you are, but the brain is still developing. And before it stabilizes, if you drink alcohol, when alcohol goes into your system, it can mess up some of that brain development. So, I guess after you're an adult and your brain development stabilizes more or less, it's more okay to try it out if you have the interest, but of course it's not required of anybody. And it's okay to say that you'll never try as well. If you don't have that interest, you don't have to. It's not something that's required in life. I mean, it might be a bit difficult at social events in the future because sometimes it can be difficult not to give into peer pressure when you see people around you drinking and they're like, "You drinking, why don't you have a drink too?" But it's also nice to have that resolve if you're committed to not trying alcohol, and it's good to have that. I mean, it's literally something that your liver will just eventually flush out as a toxin, and I think one of the few reasons that people drink it is the disinhibition effect that people get from it. So if we go into a bit of the neuroscience and the chemistry behind it, in more general layman terms, alcohol has like a dampening effect on some of your neurons. So the neurons that normally hold your certain behaviors in check, those get like neutralized a bit, I suppose, with alcohol, in a sense, deactivated and like hampered down, however you want to put that. So because you removed that inhibitory effect, you might seem a bit more open to, or like chat a bit more, or like be a bit more relaxed and less strung up. And that's why people say that when at parties, as the party goes on and people have a few drinks, the party gets louder and rowdier and people talk a lot more. And that's the neuroscience behind that. But then, again, everything in moderation, because if you have too much of it, it'll start dampening the neurons that govern your functions. So like, which is why people make bad decisions, where like, they might start getting really, really tired, because those neurons are the ones being dampened after you drink too much for a very long period of time. So drink responsibly if you do drink, and if you don't, that's totally fine as well. Please don't have any shame and don't get peer pressured into doing anything you don't want to do. And I can drink because I'm an adult, but I don't have too much interest. I don't think I'll probably only drink at social events or something like that. But again, be yourself. That's just my take though. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. I do not smoke or vape. That's one thing that I don't think I'll ever try. Kinda like you with drinking at in that sense. Partially because I know the damage it will do to my lungs, and I have no intention of giving my lungs any chance for it to be damaged in that sense. And it can lead to addiction pretty easily, and I want to avoid that, anything of that sort. So it's not something I'd want to do at all. Even if people invite me, it's not something I'd ever want to try. I don't know, there's something about when you know the science of what would happen to your lungs, and you're just like, no! So, I mean, I have professors who, I know professors who smoke, but one of them, in his later years, yes, he got COPD, what does COPD stand for? Frig, I don't remember. Give me a sec. COPD stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. There you go. Yeah. Just I don't judge people who do, but I just ask people who do to just be wary, yeah? Take care of yourself. It's not something I would do personally, but yeah. And that's people that live their lives, so I can't really say anything about it though. But it's not gonna be really part of mine, I think. It's hard to get out of sometimes, isn't it? For certain people, it can be a bit of a deep hole. But I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're happy with what you're doing right now, whatever it is. Whether you do it or if you don't do it. It's good to have that will. Not everybody has the luxury of having it, unfortunately. And that's why people have support groups to try and help them with that. And I do know a bit about it because in university I studied both neuroscience and physiology as my major. So we've had to learn a little bit about the effects. But I think that's, well, apart from a lot of psychology classes I had to take, know too much about it. And young too, old people, most of them can't quit. Yeah, it's a lot harder when it's been going on for a long time or chronic, or if you don't have as much power to change on a whim. We're studying something very different right now though, but certain things you don't really forget, because it is still something that society experiences. We've had to learn a lot about addiction in our psychology classes back then. But you never really fully understand it until you either know someone personally or have gone through it yourself. I can say that I'm lucky in that I'm not in a position where I've gone through it myself personally, so not everybody is so fortunate. There's different sorts of addictions, so not all of them are substances. Stop getting notifications. Not all of them are something physical or tangible that you can see in behavior. Well, the human mind is very complicated. It's partially one of the reasons why I studied in university. It's very interesting, but now I'm studying cardiology. I hear you say Valorant too. Yeah, well, Valorant I used to play. I played one game and then I quit it, and then I played Apex, and then some friends got me back into Valorant. Although I'm not terribly good at it either because I've never really had too much experience with FPS games. But I do get kills occasionally, and if I'm having a particularly good day with lower ping, then I get kills. But again, it's probably more fun when I play with people I know or friends, because then it doesn't feel like you're letting them down when you do really badly. And then it's just weird playing with other people who you don't know, who might be like, who might get upset with you, you know? Lower ping, hahaha. The thing is, I do play with my North American friends and my European friends. And now I'm currently in Australia, where everybody is far away, so when I play with my friends, the lowest ping I have is like 120 something. When I play with my friends in Europe, it's a lot higher. I think in general when I play Valorant, it's like around 200 ping. If I play alone, it's like 20 ping, but it's not as nice playing alone, so I don't. I guess I'll just have to get used to like high ping Valorant then, if I do want to play it. Yep. That's why I'll never play snipers. You just gotta take one of those machine guns, or like those guns that fire a lot at the same time. And as soon as you see someone, just spray them with bullets and hope you get a headshot somewhere in there with the ping difference. The fun fact, that was our life before Middle East. Ah, I see. Yeah. That's a bit difficult, isn't it? I tried streaming it before, but Valorant continued crashing. Probably because it couldn't render that fast or something. So it's not something I can practically stream anymore, unfortunately. I used to play League back in high school, I suppose, or early university, I don't remember. But it's something I don't think I'd want to particularly get back into. I don't mind getting back into TF2 though. I used to play a lot of TF2. I think at some point in life I got to Plat 4 in ranked TF2, but I'm definitely not in that situation anymore, and there's too many updates for me to keep up, so oh well, I guess. Otherwise, I've just led a pretty diligent life, I suppose. Focused on my studies and whatnot. It's only in the past year or so that I started doing a little less of that, I suppose. Still keep up with my responsibilities, but not as stringently as I used to. Which is why you might catch me streaming or making music and playing a lot of games. I guess it's the fact that I'm finally starting to enjoy life a little bit more, because I never really had that life before. Gaming company is starting little by little to allocate us servers close to us. That's good then. I think because the gaming industry is starting to gain a lot more traction, and because of online communication, that's a lot easier. People have more online friends that they know from all over the world, and so if they want to play with them, the gaming companies want to attract clients from different parts of the world, and they'd add servers, right? No, another fun fact? Sure, go ahead if you want. Don't mind anything. Don't really know that many games before last year. My Steam library is pretty sparse, not gonna lie. guess I mostly play either browser games or mobile games. Played Genshin Impact for a bit of time. Got to level like 37 or something. I'm not too sure, but I've never really spent money on games, so I've always been a free-to-play player, especially for gacha. I don't spend money on that. I'd rather spend the money on food, you see. Was for when I was younger, or browser games I played. So yes, in their notification. Browser games. Played a lot of cool math games as a kid. Played Bart Bont games, like escape room games, etc. Was any servers in Apex, there's no one played there, so they play in London. You guys play in London, Singapore, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, and Belgium servers. That makes sense. I see. I've heard something about that. It's kind of the same with me and my friends. Sometimes I play an Australian server recently, but then like, it's fine when I want to play control mode or play arenas. People usually, it doesn't take too long to queue for that. But when I want to play duos or trios, Australia's kind of a no-go. Because barely anybody plays it, I think. So we go to Tokyo servers because those, right there, usually people play a bit, quite a bit. Either that or I go to one of my North American friends' servers. I've never really played in a European server, but I guess that's a lot further for me. But I can see why that makes sense. That's the thing about having too many servers as well too, right? Where you don't have enough players to fill it in. It's about finding the right amount, but also making the game experience enjoyable for everyone, so it's a bit difficult. I play sometimes in Tokyo servers with some friends from China and Taiwan. Yeah, I see. It's funny because Taiwan has their own server too. I played in it a little bit when I was in Taiwan, but the players there aren't as forgiving sometimes, so Tokyo servers usually some of our go-tos, not gonna lie. It's been a while though. Timeless. Hi. That's from chapter 0, the playlist. But then the new vid that released today, like half an hour ago, is the one we're listening to right now. Timeless Contemplation. Oh yeah, I just finished my drink, so no more dehydrated. Boop. I don't know if I disabled that actually. Maybe I did. Who knows? I might go to sleep soon. I'm not sure. I could either go to sleep, or I could wait for more friends to wake up and do stuff together. I don't know. I'm not sure how keen I am on sleeping too late though, because on Mondays to Fridays I usually go to the lab like 8:30 in the morning at least, as in I arrive there at 8:30, which means I have to wake up, get out of bed latest 7:30 in the morning, and I'm not really what you'd call an early riser. I prefer to sleep in, but can't really do that these days, probably for the entire year, unless it's the weekend, which is why you see me awake right now. Oh, it's a bit of an awkward time to be awake for me as well, so I might not stream soon. Although I do sometimes see the people who stream for like hours on end. And I think that's how people gain a lot of followers too, because when they have like 8 to 9 hour streams, even 12, 18, 24 hour streams, and then there's people from all sorts of different time zones. Thank you for Lulek and checking out the new vid. There's just like a lot more opportunity for people to find them and follow them and check in on them from time to time when they have when viewers have time, right? Instead of having a restricted 1 or 2 hour time slot. But that's the thing about having a work-life balance, because not everybody has the luxury of being able to spare that sort of time for streaming, which is unfortunate. I don't think I've really cracked the code for how to, I wouldn't say get followers, but more like gather some notice from people, I suppose. You see people who gain followers really easily because of their personality, their chaos, their content. But it's not something that I'd particularly want to emulate if it means going out of my comfort zone and not staying true to myself and staying true to my own personality, you know? Even if that gives me more followers. I guess I'm more of the quiet, contemplative type. Yeah, you might get chaotic a bit when I play with friends and poke fun at them a little bit, but I guess that's what's different for me versus some other popular streamers that I see around. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing though. But so long as I feel satisfied, I suppose, with what I'm able to give out to people. Not much else I can do about that, apart from making this a nice space for people to shop by and contemplate life a little. I guess it depends on the mood and situation though. I guess it's also because it's like past 12 AM and I'm kind of tired and falling asleep in my seat. That it's a bit of a chill stream and stuff like that. I'll be right back. I need to turn on the AC. It's really hot in here. Boop. Turned on the AC. Should be better now. Hi. There was a Be Right Back plushie. I don't know where that image went though. Let's see. This one, right? Yeah, it's pretty fast. I don't know why it's not showing up on the screen, but yeah, I literally just walked a few steps across the room and pressed the button to turn it on, right? Yeah, I don't know why that image is not showing up the screen. Oh well. Unless reset? Oh, it doesn't say. I'm not too sure. Trying to make this image show up on the screen, but it's not. I don't know why. Maybe something is blocking it? Maybe not. Can't tell. Pretty sure. Oh, it's because it can't be seen. There we go. Ah. Move it up, move it up. I lost it. Come on. Come on. Bring it back. Come on, come back. Come back. There we go. Yeah. That's what I wanted to put on the screen when I went to do that, but it didn't quite show up properly. Oh well. Boop. Boop. Yeah, it's a lot nicer, isn't it? It's not as stuffy in here anymore. It's summer here in Australia, so it's really, what was the word I was gonna use? It's very hot. Why did I think of a word that started with F? I don't know what word I was gonna say that started with F in relation to this. Yeah. Enzo. Oh, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. I've been doing okay. Mostly, I've been pretty busy with what I need to do for research, but otherwise, it's been a pretty enjoyable week. Hope you're doing well too. How's things for the past while, eh? I'm settling into Australia pretty well, I'd say. Doing my own grocery shopping, doing some cooking. Made some salmon today. It's pretty nice. I might be taking in some of that Australian accent though. My English accent is gonna be a bit strange nowadays. Tonight's gonna bring something to drink and stretch to. Sounds good. Yeah, new vid released half an hour ago. It's more than half an hour ago. That text should be changed. Released. Boop. Go check it out. Boop boop. Made the music, made the art for this particular chapter of Timeless. Yeah. So I went rock climbing yesterday. That was really fun. It was indoor rock climbing, so it's not like one of those where you climb the side of a cliff. It was enjoyable, although my muscles were pretty sore after, because I'm not really used to it, and I was a little bit wary about the heights. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall! But I didn't. I didn't manage to reach the top, but I got pretty close, I think, so maybe that's for next time. If I can get a good photo of it without doxing myself, I might post it sometime on Twitter. Or Instagram, I have that too. But I think I removed the link because I don't usually post there. Yeah, well. I'm wondering what I should make for lunch dinner tomorrow, or if I should just go out and buy stuff. God. I do have lasagna in the freezer, but that's if I'm feeling particularly lazy. But I guess it depends on my mood. I guess I'll find out tomorrow too. I wonder what else I have in my fridge. I ran out of chicken drumsticks because I baked the last of them the other day with soy sauce and honey. That was really good. And garlic, of course. Garlic's a given for anything I make that's savory. I must put garlic in everything. I have one piece of salmon steak left. I fried a piece today and also glazed it in some soy sauce and honey sauce that's left over from the chicken. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Welcome back, Simon. Hope you got your drink stretched well. Just talking about me going rock climbing yesterday and thinking about what food I should prepare for the next week. I'm wondering about the one more salmon steak that I have left in my freezer, the chicken drumsticks that I ran out of because I baked the last of it, honey and soy sauce, and garlic, of course. I'm wondering when I should do my grocery shopping too. See, I still have one potato left. I used 2 potatoes with the baking of the chicken drumsticks the other day. I'm not sure what I'd do with 1 potato though. Something to think about. I have lasagna. I have dumplings. I have beef strips. When you put something in the fridge, it belongs to you, but you know about the sneaky moves things really is. It's not very nice of them, is it? That's not very nice of them. Even if you like mark something as your name as yours, that's not very nice. I'm glad I'm not sharing the fridge with anybody else. It's my fridge, so it's my food, and I can do my own grocery shopping and put whatever I want in it, so long as it has a space. It's very nice. It's my own ice cream, and I don't need to share with anybody. But yeah, that's not very nice when people say stuff. People shouldn't do that. I hope they get their karma someday. Someday bad karma will fall onto them. Or they'll trip over bad karma. I don't know how the saying goes. But hopefully that does happen. I don't know, I guess it might be a bit of a whatchamacallit. Too positive outlook, I suppose, on life, but oh well. But when I catch you stole it, omae wa mou shindeiru. Nani? Get that revenge. Get that revenge. I mean, I've seen stories online about where people deliberately put like stuff like laxatives in their own food and see who stole it and has a miserable day, but I don't think I'd ever go that far. It's not something I'd do, and I don't know if that's the right way of going about doing things either. Unethical life pro tip, I suppose. You never heard it from me. You heard it from the internet. I'm not the internet. Know what are you talking about? What else do I have in the fridge? Milk. I still have enough milk to last a few more days. You should buy 1 liter for 1.35 Australian dollars, which is just a little less than $1 USD though, I think. What else? I brought out a nectarine that I put in the fridge, forgot about, didn't eat yet. I'll probably eat that tomorrow. I have yogurt. I don't know if it's yogurt or yogurt. I've heard both. Although to be honest, I think I heard yogurt here in Australia and yogurt in Canada. It's a bit strange. There's some nuances in the pronunciation of certain words that I still don't quite get, but oh well. Got quite a few of those yogurts. Got some juice, orange and passion fruit juice. I've got 2 eggs. Got a bowl of onions. I've got another fresh onion too. That's good. That can be used with the beef strips. Got cheese slices that I used one today for my omelette. Garlic onion omelette. Ran out of mushrooms, I used it all the other day. Still have like a small smattering of green onions that I chopped up. There's some more growing on my windowsill though, but I don't think they're good enough to eat yet. I might have to buy more sometime when next time I go to the market if I really need it. I still have garlic. That's good. I think I have 2.5 bulbs. I believe I used half a bulb for my salmon today and another half a bulb for my eggs, because the perfect garlic to eggs ratio is 2 cloves to 1 bulb, and 2 cloves to 1 egg, I mean, in my opinion. But that's just me. I use a lot of garlic in my cooking because I love garlic. Love garlic. I've got garlic butter. I might run out of it sometime. Maybe, I estimate I've got maybe 2 weeks left on that garlic butter. Ice cream in the freezer. Ran out of ice cream sandwiches though. I might get more. Or I could just finish my ice cream first. I I finished my soju today. I've got soy sauce for marinating and soy sauce for either sushi, sashimi, or like gyoza, stuff like that. That's the 2 bottles on the side of the fridge along with the milk and mayo. What else do I have in my fridge? I don't think I bought any cucumbers, although it's probably something I can consider buying. You know what? The AC is getting a little bit cold again, so I'm gonna go turn it off and check my fridge. So I'll be right back. Be right back, Pushy. Come over here. There we go. Ah! No, where'd it go? There we go. I'll be right back. What's in my fridge? Peanut butter! Oh, I just realized I still have peanut butter in my fridge. And then I also I just remember now, the last time I went grocery shopping, there were these garlic bread slices on sale. And you know me and garlic, I love garlic, so and it was on sale. It was like $2 off an entire packet of like, what was it, 8 or 9 slices of garlic bread. But I know I wouldn't be eating it for the next few days, so I put it in the freezer. And I forgot that was in a freezer, so I have garlic bread in the freezer. Oh my gosh, I can actually eat that if I really want to. Oh my god, that opens up so many more possibilities. I'm so happy. Garlic bread! It's like they're already pre-sliced though, so it's not like garlic baguettes. Those are glow sticks that are like garlic bread that I edited myself. But it's not quite like that, they're already pre-sliced. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also got like pate. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like, I think it's like chicken liver of some sort. And then they season it heavily, they mash it into a pulp. They make it really smooth and they season it. And you put that on crackers and on bread. Those are pretty good. A little bit expensive. And they're a little bit on the higher end side, I suppose. But they were also on sale the other day. So I got them. I think it's a pretty good investment. And I ate a little bit already with some crackers and it was really enjoyable. So I'm pretty happy with that purchase. Yeah, so I do have food in my freezer and fridge. That's good. I estimate by next time I need to go grocery shopping is maybe Wednesday? Yuki! Thanks for dropping by, hope you're doing well. Love the new music, thank you. Yeah, it's chapter 3 that got released, a new video actually. Yeah, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. I made it myself. Pretty proud of it because it's a little unorthodox if you really listen for the beat. God, I feel like it's very easy to study to though, because it's like pretty calming and I guess it changes a little bit here and there, but it's pretty consistent throughout, so I'd use it for studying. Let me know if you guys want a 10-hour loop version of that though, because I did make a 10-hour loop version. Chapter 2 is still my favorite? Nice! I'm glad. Well, just you wait for the next chapters then. Chapter 4 music is ready, but Chapter 5 music is still in the works. I do have a draft, but I need to extend it a bit, so look forward to that happening over the next few months. It's gonna be delayed a little bit though, because I'm gonna be a bit busy studying for some exams in March. Just remind me of memes. Am I really that meme material? Am I living a meme life? I mean, I guess I do love garlic a lot, and I love food and I can talk about food and I won't shut up about food and grocery shopping, but come on. Garlic is good, man. garlic in it. It smells nice, like raw garlic is a nice smell. When you put garlic in a frying pan in oil or butter and it starts frying, and then you get that fried garlic smell as it starts sizzling, and that was just one of the best smells ever invented, even though it's not an invention. You can probably hear the smile in my voice. You can probably see it on my face. Because garlic is so good, man. I use it a lot in cooking and use as much of it as possible. There was one time when I just arrived in Australia not long after, and I didn't buy much. The first time I went to the grocery store, first thing I searched for was probably garlic. And then I didn't have much in the fridge because I was gonna move in like another week or so. So I didn't buy any meat or anything. But I did have garlic and some dried vegetables. So I boiled the dried vegetables so they're not dry anymore, evidently. And then I fried some garlic. So think just like maybe like an entire bulb's worth of garlic maybe, chopped into thin slices and fried in garlic butter. And then they just sizzle and become a little bit like, I guess it's so that it's not as soft anymore and it's not raw, and it's just, I ate that for dinner. Literally just like some boiled vegetables and a heck ton of fried garlic, and it was good. I may or may not have overcooked it a little bit, so it was like turned up the heat too much and was a little bit burnt, so it was a little bit on the bitter side, but it was good and I enjoyed it. Garlic is good. Although there was a viewer from a few months back who recommended me, like, what was it, marinate garlic in honey or something to make it really soft, and then use it as a spread for toast. I want to try that. I didn't have the chance to yet, and I don't have a jar though. So I'll have to double check the recipe and stuff, but it's something I'd be interested in. Because garlic is just amazing. It's the best thing ever found out that is edible, I think. One of the best anyways. If you take a look at the salmon fillet I made today, you also see a lot of garlic. You might not see much in the picture because I put the garlic in first, fried it in the garlic butter, and then put the onions down. So it might be covered by the onions, but I did put an entire half a bulb of garlic in there, and I ate it all. Let me tell you, I didn't split it into 2 meals. I ate it all. It was good. It was enjoyable, and I loved it. And that's the thing about cooking for myself. I can put as much garlic I want in my food. I can put as much garlic I want in my cooking, and it's so enjoyable. It's amazing. Yeah. There's no such thing as too much garlic sometimes, you know? Yeah. Okay, that took up way more energy than I thought just talking about garlic, so I'm just gonna take a small break. Meow. I was smiling too much when I think about garlic, and now my cheeks hurt. My cheeks hurt a little bit. I was smiling too much. But yeah, I recommend it if you like it. And that's why I have that emoji. What was it? Sticker. This one. Ninniku mashimashite. My Japanese friend, Nipek-san, told me that means give me more garlic please. But you probably use it in like ramen shops in Japan or something. Ninniku mashimashite. Mashimashite. So like the 5 characters on that particular sticker is mashimashite. Ninniku refers to garlic in Japanese. Ninniku mashimashite. Ninniku mashi mashi de. Ninniku mashi mashi. Ash. I was just talking about garlic. Hope you're doing well, Ash. Hope you're doing well. How was your day? I haven't talked to you in a while. So hope you're doing well. Probably finishing up your day or something, right? I'm searching for the meme, I hope I find it. One of my close friends in real life, he's in Canada, but he once sent me a picture of this elephant garlic where one clove is like larger than one's hand or something. I'm just like, wow! But I also read online somewhere that the larger the garlic clove is, the less, what's the word I'm looking for? Less flavor it has, I suppose? So I'm not sure, I've never tried it before. Once here in Australia is pretty good though. I was talking to him the first week I arrived in Australia, and I mentioned how I went grocery shopping here for the first time. And I was talking about how cheap the milk here was. And then his reaction to that was, but the more important question for you is, how cheap was the garlic? I'm just like, oh my gosh, you still remember? Yeah, that's what I'm like in real life too, eh? Yeah, Ash, man, Ash. I was talking about garlic for so long and for too long on stream. I was smiling through it all and talking about the cooking, and now my cheeks hurt a little bit because I was using the muscles a bit too much. And it took up a lot of energy. Yeah, it's 1 AM, man. I don't have that energy to spare. Yeah. Although you might get periods sometime where I just kind of stare off into space and think about stuff and try not to smile so much and think about garlic. Thinking about garlic. Yeah. I don't think I've had specific dreams about garlic before. I've had a nightmare about turkey though. I do have a taste aversion to turkey. If you tell me it's turkey, I'd get a little iffy about it. But if you tell me it's just chicken and I have no idea and I don't suspect it to be turkey at all, I think I'd probably be better with it. Be okay with it. But I did get like food poisoning the 2 times I had turkey in my entire life, so that I know of. So I have a bit of a food aversion to it. Yeah, I don't know about that, Ryuki. You don't know about that. I don't know about turkey ham, I don't know about turkey bacon, turkey gravy. Yeah, it's a bit hard to say. So yeah, I'd had the nightmare about turkey before. It manipulated scenes from the background and killed my best friend. It wasn't a very nice turkey at all. And it was huge and intimidating. It was not a very nice dream. No, I don't think I've had dreams about garlic before. Yeah, not really. I dream about weird stuff though. Like elevators. Elevators never work properly in my dreams. And just like the Schrodinger's elevator, where if I press a button it has a 50% chance to go to the basement floor, 50% chance to go to the 72nd floor, and you don't know which to switch until you press it, even though the building was only like 3 stories high. There was another elevator where I had to stand in the middle, exact middle, and balance a wooden beam on my head and make sure I don't shift the center of gravity of the elevator shaft. Otherwise it'll start tilting and possibly just start rolling, I suppose. I've had elevators in my dream that go forward, backwards, sideways, diagonally, tumbling down a hallway, through people, crashing into people. No, elevators are weird. So at some point my dream self started taking steps to avoid them. Quite literally, because she started taking a staircase. It's not always an option though. Let's see, I think one of the more recent elevator dreams took me on a flying trip to a nearby park and landed back at the restaurant but on a second floor instead of the first floor. I had to make sure I got my student card with me, otherwise I will just stop at the gates. Weird elevators, man. What else was there? There was a more recent dream that I don't quite remember about the elevator. But it didn't really work like a standard elevator either though. Yeah, I don't remember anymore. Oh well. The dreams are weird. I'll just say that. Really weird. The nightmares aren't very nice either though. They're strange, man. I wonder how our minds, or how my mind at least, comes up with all those strange things when I'm sleeping of all things. It's not something I'd ever think about in real life. How did that even happen in the dreams? So strange. Well, there's several theories that I can get into, but I forgot all my neuroscience already. Something about it's parallel of how your brain, it's like a simulation of how your brain works in real life when you're awake, when you're conscious, but it's not a perfect simulation, so yeah, it's pretty iffy. We don't really know much about it. I don't remember my neuroscience anymore. If I review a bit, I might remember more, but I guess it's not something I've been thinking about, unfortunately. Or fortunately, you never know. I actually don't have bacon that much. You know that it's pretty standard, and a lot of people enjoy it. And I guess I'll eat it if people give it to me and it's in stuff, but it's not something I'd go out of my way to get. Maybe I'm a bit of an oddball that way. I wouldn't deny that bacon's pretty good though. Although it might not be as healthy as some other meat options. They're usually pretty greasy, aren't they? Oh, I need to refill my water bottle. I'll be right back again. Boop. Getting water. Boop, boop, boop. Back with water. There we go, now I can properly hydrate instead of dehydrate. I think I took away the no, the dehydrator. Don't use it. I'll refund your points if you do. I finished my alcohol already for the night. I don't think I'll get more alcohol. That's not. I've had my experience of buying alcohol by myself, presenting my ID and stuff. Something that I'm happy to have the experience of in my life. And I don't need to do it again, or it's ticked off my bucket list. I say that, but I don't really have a bucket list per se. I know some people do. Bucket list of things they want to do before they die. It's not much. I take life as it goes, I feel. If I got the opportunity to try something, if I have the interest in it, I'll try it. If I don't, then I don't. Although, it would be nice to be able to visit my international friends. Just visit different countries, be able to meet them in real life, hang out a little. visit places I haven't seen before. That'd be something I want to do in my life before I die. I never thought I'd be like here with so many friends in my life, actually. Either online or just in person. I think COVID really changed that. That's a bit of a taboo topic, but I started doing more online stuff, I suppose, last year. I never really had more than 2 or 3 friends at a single time, so suddenly knowing so many people, even just not in real life, over the past year, it's been quite the journey. But it's not something I regret, I think. Because it's a very different experience, but an enjoyable one nonetheless. Never really thought that there could be such connections that are possible like this, you know? But with technology being so much easier to deal with right now, I did find it, unfortunately. Find what? I think you were saying that you were searching for a meme, right? I hope it's not a bad meme. I can't really tell. I don't really know that. I mean, I guess I recognize some memes, I suppose. Helicopter, helicopter. Some references I'd get, but a lot of them I don't, I think. I didn't find it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. That's fine. It's about garlic, I'm sure. There's a lot of memes that exist out there, though, that don't need. Well, the internet just keeps growing every day, every year, and things just get buried. Want me to talk about memes? I just don't. I can't think of any off the top of my mind. Except for and be like helicopter, helicopter. I mean, there's things that are like more static memes, like the Spider-Man meme, where they point at each other. It's like, but that's me, and that's you, and that's me. And there's like the meme with the seagull tilting its head back and be like, or whatever, saying something with red glowing eyes. Like, there are some memes I really don't understand, but they're pretty funny, I think. Is that what they call Gen Z humor? Which Gen Z? I'm gonna search it up. Gen Z definition. Gen Z, colloquially also known as the Zoomers. It's from the mid to late 1990s to the early 2010s as ending birth years. Wow, I'm Gen Z. Okay. I don't feel like it sometimes. There's so much I don't understand. In general, I feel like this decade has changed so much. I guess people before me might think the same way, but it's just, I feel like there's such a gap between me and teenagers these days. It's like, what are they talking about? What are they thinking about? How does that even work? You know? Welcome back, Tracer Blue. Oh, we're doing well. Ah, you found the meme! Garlic. What did I miss? Not too much. I was talking about how much I enjoy garlic. A lot, and I use it in my cooking a lot. Where should I send it? Is it a link? Links will be not allowed by the bot I have set up in the chat. If you have Twitter, I think you can send it through there. Yeah. Twitter link should be somewhere in Twitch, but I think there's also a socials command. There you go. YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Oh yeah, I removed the Instagram one because I don't really use it much. And people that I know in real life tend to try and tag me or something. Oh. Yeah. You don't have Discord server? People keep asking me for it, but I don't have it. I have a personal one for close friends, but I don't have like an open public one. I know that people might be interested in it, but the thing is, we don't really say this very often, but I don't really, how should I say this? It's gonna be hard to manage, you know, because once too many people join or whatever, well, I prefer not to use Instagram for this stuff like that, though, to be honest. Prefer to be Twitter for stuff like that. But I'm not sure what I have on my Instagram, but how was your salmon? It was good. It had a lot of garlic in it. It was fried in garlic butter. It was well seasoned. I put honey and soy sauce, mix of sauce in it. It had onions. It was good. I enjoyed it, and I ate it all. I enjoyed it very much, very very much. Cooking is fun. Oh, I'll think about adding my Instagram link back again. It shouldn't be that bad. But it's not something it's not a platform I use very often. Oh yeah, back on the topic of Discord server though. I've contemplated it a lot, but firstly, it's difficult to manage a good Discord server, especially when things get too chaotic and then people start not getting along with everybody and like drama happens and like people be really immature. Don't use this word. Immature dicks. And honestly, I don't possess that sort of patience to be able to handle people like that, you know? So that's why I've been really worried about making a public server for people. I mean, I do have close friends that would be amazing mods, probably. And they're very responsible and people I trust, but I wouldn't really want to ask that of them, you know? Heart can't handle this thing. Thanks, I think. I'm not good with making compliments. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't have a Discord server. Because it's too hard to manage and I don't have the patience to deal with idiots. I say that, but I try to have patience. But when you're one of those types of people who don't listen and just be really immaturely cringe and a bother to people, and nothing you say would give it or get it to them, get through their thick head, I don't have the frickin' patience to deal with people like that. And if I make a public server, people like that will probably be there someday, right? Because if you take a random sample of like multiple people, it's bound to be at least one person who's gonna be like that, right? It's because of statistics. Just thinking about the statistics in it, right? It's not something that can happen. It's just unavoidable, and I don't want to deal with it. Although, if you have counter argument for that, and you have a way to deal with people like that, let me know and I'll consider it again. But at the moment, it's not something that's on my list of things that I can do. I know people who have Discord servers though, and I can see how it's been a pain. I don't need that sort of stress in my life. I already have enough stress. I already have enough stuff on my plate to deal with. Don't need more of that sort. And I guess I don't want to be too vulnerable either. Because if I make a Discord server, people know my Discord and people want to add me and ask me for stuff. And let me check my messages. Message request. Accept. It's TikTok. I'll check it out after the stream if that's okay then. Thank you for sending it through. I received it though. I'll check it out later. Oh, it is 1:21 AM, so I might go to sleep soon, but I'm also really tempted to just keep streaming and keep chatting like this. It's getting really hot again in here. The thing is with my AC is that I can't change the temperature. When I tried making it hotter or warmer, it just automatically jumped back to the set default temperature. And then, we'll carry on. Yeah, hi Silver Snape. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you around as well. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, my AC is, when I turn it on, it gets a bit too cold, but when I turn it off, it gets too hot. Come on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna turn it on again, and I'm likely gonna go turn it off again in 5 minutes, but I'll be right back. What if I turn on my AC and have my blanket with me? Maybe that'll help a bit. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there you go. Now I have my blanket with me and the AC on. It should be better. Hopefully I don't have to go turn it off in 5 minutes, I suppose. Boop, boop. Are you gonna laugh, I'm sure? I'm assuming to the beam. I'll check that out after the stream. I don't really understand TikTok that much, to be honest. I see a lot of people using it. I know a lot of young people these days use it. Those young guns, you know. I feel like one of those people is like, get off my lawn, bird. I'm not really that old. I mean, my cousin, who's slightly older than me, she uses TikTok. I don't. It's not. I have friends who are 3 years older than me who use TikTok. But it's just an extra social media platform that for me to, and it's a bit much to handle, I feel. I don't use Instagram that much, and I got it because people have been asking me a lot for it, so I just made one, but it's the same with that. Don't know much about TikTok, just remember that the meme is from TikTok. That's fair. Sometimes my friend sends me memes from TikTok as well, and I just take a look at it. But it's not something I really understand. It's a pretty popular platform these days, still, not gonna lie. I'll consider taking a look someday, but it's not high on my priority list at all. Just shifting around in my seat a little bit. Be careful not to let my blanket drop to the floor because I haven't vacuumed it yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow, like afternoon or so. Try to make sure my feet are covered though, so they're not gonna become too cold. I do prefer the cold to the heat though, I feel. Because with the cold, at least you can bundle up in blankets and put a heater on or something, I don't know. And dress up more warmly. But then for the heat, sometimes it's just really blanketing you and no matter how little you wear, it's still like really hot. So I guess that's why I like I enjoyed the weather in Canada when I was there. For the years I was there. Australia is not too bad at the moment though. There are hot days and hot nights, but with the air conditioning it's mostly manageable. So long as the air conditioning is not too cold, okay, I guess. I can't really do much about that. I know people do chatting streams while doing something else, like drawing or like playing like a game or something, or like I don't know, what do people do? Stuff like that. But I don't have any art skills. I don't have much art skills for me to do a drawing stream or something like that. I mean, I would play a game, but that requires a bit more brain power than I have right now at 1:30 AM. I'm tempted to just keep streaming. It's pretty relaxing just sitting here talking about random stuff. But sleep is pretty tempting too. I don't have much planned for tomorrow except continuing to work on my PowerPoint presentation I have to do for Monday. My research supervisor wants me to show him my plan for what I plan to do for my research project, as well as the results I had for the past few weeks. Oh, the past week. Last week has been pretty busy. 8:30 AM in the lab, maybe left around 3 or 4 PM every day. But it was pretty eventful. I wouldn't say eventful. Pretty busy. Pretty packed. But pretty fruitful. There's the word, fruitful week. We had some nice data to look at. And got some good experience with the techniques I needed to use from right cells. So yeah. Apart from that, I might do a bit of studying for an exam in March. I might not. I'll do the vacuuming. Don't think I need to do groceries. Don't think there's any events going on. Pretty chill day tomorrow, so technically I don't need to sleep that early, as in like now early. I could stay up, but I could also not stay up. Stay up? To not stay up? I don't know. It's hard to decide. It's really hard to decide. Especially when my brain isn't moving as fast. I'll decide later, maybe. American friends are probably starting to wake up. Who knows? Canadian ones as well, I suppose. Mythical. Good morning, just as I say that. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good rest. Ah, my god. 6 months streak. Subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. Really appreciate it. Yeah, just doing a chatting stream because new video premiered an hour and a half ago. And I just continued the chatting stream. To those who don't know, there's multiple emotes for people who subscribed. I don't know which ones are sub emotes and which ones are follow ones, but yeah, because if you subscribe you get more emotes, but that's about it. So don't feel pressured into subscribing if you don't have the resources to spare, but really appreciate it, Sequel, and those who do subscribe. That's the animated emote that I added not long ago, I think. It was my previous cat form. It's jiggling. Mashimashite. Rimika mashimashite. It means give me more garlic, please. I made that one myself. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it encompasses my love for garlic. I was talking about garlic too much and I was smiling too much and my cheeks hurt, so I should probably stop talking about garlic. No. Garlic is okay. Stop talking about garlic. Stop talking about garlic. I don't want my cheeks to keep hurting. I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the energy to talk about it too much. Come on. Yeah, it's just a challenge. Talk about random stuff. Stop tempting me to talk about galaxy. Yeah, I know. Yes, garlic is great. I agree. But yes, thank you very much for that. I need to change topic. Change topic. Change topic to what? What can I change topic to? I don't even know. It's hard to tell. Oh, when I want to change topics, I think we go to or break the ice. It's like, did you know that the transliteration of the word penguin in Chinese to English is enterprise goose? And we're just like, whoa, it's like a goose, but in the enterprise, so they're wearing a suit and stuff, and that makes sense. Except geese fly, I guess. And penguins dive better. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, but it also kind of doesn't. That was awkward. What else can we talk about that's not garlic so I don't smile as much so my cheeks don't hurt? Flamingos! Do flamingos come from Florida? I don't know. Flamingos. You might see flamingos in Florida, I guess. Oh, apparently you might see wild kangaroos in the more suburban areas of Australia. My coworker was talking the other day about how her sister accidentally hit some kangaroos with her car before. I'm just like, they just exist out in the streets? And they're like, yeah, not quite in the city, but in more rural areas or like suburban areas of Australia, you might see just kangaroos lounging, especially if it's like an open field or something. I'm just like, what? And then just like, yeah, but then they get onto the road, and if you don't react fast enough, you might crash into them. I'm just like, what? I don't think I've seen any before. I might have to go to the local zoo sometime. I've seen them in Florida, but I'm not sure if they're from there. Florida, I heard from the US, is just like the state where all the weird stuff comes from. Either for people who are weird, or just some animals, I suppose, I guess. I'm not too sure. I mean, apart from that, is Disneyland, right? I think Florida as a meme is just like, oh, this really weird person made it to the news, and it's like, yep, that's Florida. I think that's the vibe I get from it. But I've never been there myself. I don't think I've been to many places in the States before. I've been to Seattle. I've been to San Jose. Been to Alaska, and I've been to Hawaii. So everything, there's a lot of stuff on the west coast. Well, nothing in the middle or the east. Someday I'll have to go there. Or the south for that matter. I heard that Texas has some really, really nice fried chicken and mashed potatoes or something with the gravy. Or was it biscuits and the gravy too? Oh my god. I'm just thinking about the food and I'm just like, I want to go there, even if it's just for the food, but I mean, also just being able to meet up with friends from online in real life, but seems like they have pretty good food too. I don't know, I like food. Maybe a bit too much. I think I still have a pretty good figure, hopefully. I don't know, I'm a healthy weight. I'm not overweight, I'm not underweight. I could always stand to lose a little bit of weight and be a little bit skinnier, but I'm healthy, and that's fine. Now I'm laying on a bed, that's nice. That's always nice. I've watched some streams to sleep before on a bed, just listen to them in the background. Yeah. I don't know, I've talked with some friends before, and I definitely want to visit them someday in the future when I have the opportunity to. Although, they did say that when I do end up visiting, they want to feed me. and I just feel really happy, and I feel I feel the care. I feel the care and the love and appreciation. I like food. I don't mind cooking for them if they do come visit though. Or if I do visit them, I don't know. It's hard to think about what sort of job you want in the future. Something about staying in the field that you studied, something about trying out different things. Whether or not you want a stable paying job in the future or something that's a little less stable but more adventurous with a different lifestyle. If you want a high paying job that's a lot more stressful and a lot more work to get there, or you want a decent one that can just get you by. There's a lot to think about. And I guess you don't really think about it until you get to a certain stage in life. So if you don't have to think about it yet, relish in that. Just enjoy life while you can. Take it as you go. And there's a lot to see, a lot to do. Don't throw it away because it's a thing that you can be certain that is yours and yours alone. It's easier to say that to other people, isn't it? See, it's always easier to say that sort of stuff to others than it is to convince yourself of the same reality, unfortunately. Maybe if I hear it enough times, I'll start believing. Yes. Ostriches don't fly. I'm pretty sure dodo birds don't either. But flamingos do? I'm pretty sure flamingos do. They have large enough wings. Sean, hey. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, just doing a little bit of a chatting stream, a chill stream today. Did the stream because a new video released, music video released on YouTube. But I think I just woke up. Yeah, nice. Starting up your day. That's the thing I was talking about earlier about streaming in different time zones, different viewers from different time zones. Because it's a bit strange when at a certain time there are people who are staying up late. There are people who are winding down for the day. There are people who are still in the middle of the day. There are people who are just waking up. It's hard to find a really good time to stream. How's your day going? It's been going well. Made some food. I got a salmon steak, fried it in some garlic butter, and added some garlic, added some onions, added some honey soy sauce mixture that I got, and it was good, and I enjoyed it. And then for dinner, I made some garlic omelet with some onions with cheese, and it was very enjoyable as well. This was soothing. I'm glad that my voice is soothing for you. I don't know, because we perceive our own voices differently than what other people hear. We can go into the science of it. It's partially due to the resonance in your skull, but yeah. Long story short, it sounds different. So you can't really perceive my voice in the same way that you guys are perceiving it right now. I hope it's nice. Music is loud at some points? Alright. Turn it down slightly then. Boop, 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 boop. Hopefully that's fine. Just hoping that you guys can still hear it though. We keep it like this. Hopefully that's fine. Okay, you look cute this way. Thanks, Save, for that. Now I don't hear it. Oh no. Never mind. Yeah, I turned it up a bit more again. Yeah. I guess I'm kind of curious what people define as cute though. People say that, but is it really the appearance? It's the personality? The voice? It's hard to say, isn't it? A combination of everything? I don't know. I just try and be myself. Whether that be a good self or a bad self. Well, I guess we'll find out. Don't remember seeing it before about the model. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Say is my mama. She's very talented. Yeah, I think I debuted this model sometime later in January. I haven't streamed much since then, so it makes sense that you haven't seen it. Glad you can see it right now. You want to take a look again? If people can take a look. My full model. Don't look at that. Oh, let's see. They do that. Not like that. Like this. Boop. This is the full model. This is a default, I suppose. It's not really a default. I put the cloak on. But if I want to take off the cloak, I do this. I have the white collared shirt that I like to wear. I have the piano keyboard on my sleeves. This purple ribbon with the gem in the middle. I have these pants. You might see the music on them. Da 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 da. And dun 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 dun. It's written on the end of the pants. Some suspenders. I'm really happy. Yeah. And then, if I'm saying if I do something, say or do something that I particularly disagree with, you better not get on my bad side, I suppose, because I won't have the patience to deal with idiots. But anyways, gotta walk my dog. That's fine. Thanks for dropping by the stream, though. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, and I've got maple leaves on my ear of the cloak because I'm Canadian. I'm proud of it. I miss poutine though. When I go back to Canada, one of the first things I want to eat is poutine. I miss poutine. I miss poutine. I miss maple syrup too, but I miss poutine. Poutine's good. It's very Canadian though. Well, I don't have any pets, and I've never really had any in household before either, when I grew up. I know my two older brothers said that when they were young, they used to have a hamster at some point and a bird at some point. I think that's the extent of it. And then when I was young, we used to have fish, but then they all died. So we never had fish again. And then we three children, we moved out. And now my second oldest brother got a cat. Her name is Macchiato, and he calls her Maki for short. She's very cute. So he's got his own place for Maki. So I guess he's a proper adult and does whatever he wants now because her parents certainly aren't too happy about that decision, but he does what he wants to do, and I really admire him for that. I'll have to wait a few more years until I can properly get to that point, I feel. But I'll get there someday. Hopefully. Hopefully. We never know, but hopefully. Just gotta grow up a little bit more first, and then get my own job, get my own place, settle down, and so much to think about. Existential crisis. Hopefully it's not a midlife crisis, and it's a quarter-life crisis. Wahahaha. Actually, I hope I live past 4 times my age. Yeah, it's not really a quarter-life crisis. Make it like a 1/5 life crisis or something. Hell, if I want to survive even longer, I don't know, it might be pretty miserable if I get laden down with disease or something, or illness. Maybe we don't want to live that long, once our cells start dying and everything. Wouldn't be a very nice existence, would it? But hopefully my actual quarter life crisis isn't that early. Although 1/5 might be a little bit pushing it, who knows? I guess we'll see. I mean, our human lifespans are... The human self's lifespans are... elongating over the decades. Partially because of our living situations, our nutrition, our food, I guess our illnesses being treated and stuff like that too. I'm really curious to see how far that can be extended or pushed in the future. Because I think now, instead of dying at age 35 from some wild boar that you're hunting or whatever, you're more likely to die at a ripe old age of 80 or 90, maybe even 100 from just old age. Senescence. Cellular senescence. Fancy word for old age. Dying. Well, if we can push the limits and find a way to counteract that, or just delay it more in the future. We don't know how long we can do that for. Because with each cycle our cells divide, the lifespan gets a little shorter. We don't know. We don't know where the boundaries are. But I guess we'll see if we live long enough to see the boundaries get pushed. I'd be pretty happy living a different life. A new life after I'm done experiencing this one though. Once I feel satisfied and experience what I wanted to experience. Move on to the next one. But that's just me. I'm not really a fan of waiting around monotonously. Is that the word? Monotonous? Monotone? Monotonous? Monotonously. Yeah, I think that's a word. Probably. If not, then I don't really know English that well, but oh well. English is my first language. Well, not my first language, my primary language. My first language is Chinese Mandarin. English is the main language that I think, speak, write, converse, whatever, and everything else. I speak fluent Mandarin Chinese, and I can read it, probably write some of it. It's definitely not as familiar with it though. And then, some French that I forgot a lot. I forgot most of it. And Japanese that I also don't know very well. I'm not too confident in those ones, I suppose. So English is my preferred, but there's a lot of English speaking people out there, aren't there? In a sense it's good because it means that it's easier to communicate. But in a sense it's also like doesn't really separate you from all the other people. Ciao! Thanks for dropping by, hope you're doing well. That is a very colorful and very fast-moving emoticon, sticker, emoji, whatever it's called, I forget. Up your doing well, thanks for dropping by the stream. I was just premiering a YouTube music video tonight and just continued on chatting, I suppose. Talked a bit about life, talked about philosophy and garlic. About to go to sleep, that's fair. Yeah, good night and hope you rest well. I know sometimes it's hard to go to sleep sometimes. I don't really like falling asleep. Once you get asleep and you get the rest you needed, it's always a nice thing. Good night. Good night, ciao. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Before you get to sleep, I really appreciate it. Yeah. Have a good stream. Thank you. Quiero. Thank you for dropping by the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice day. Model is absolutely adorable. Hope it fits. Yeah, I was just premiering a new YouTube video, the music video chapter 3. And then we chatted about life. We continued chatting. I finished my soju. And we just kept chatting. We chatted about garlic, we chatted about cooking, we chatted about more life and existential crises. And we're here. Sakla, that's good. Hope you had a good sleep and nap and everything. Thoroughly rested. Very nice. Very nice. I am not as thoroughly rested. As you can see, it is almost 2 AM. But I just felt like continuing to stream and chat about random stuff, because why not? Because it's been a while since my last stream. I feel really busy. Been doing work, doing stuff for my research project, for my lab, and whatnot. And the weekends aren't always, I think, as open. As long as you enjoy yourself, yeah. I enjoy myself streaming and just chatting about random stuff with random people, yeah. It's not like that in real life though. I love we're socially awkward in real life. Ah, hydrating, thank you. Do you hear the water? That is the water, I wanna drink the water. Ah, I have now drunk the water. Thank you very much for the hydrating. I only know the dehydrating is there, but if you use that, I'll just refund the points because I already finished my alcohol. There wasn't much, so there wasn't. Yeah, you didn't miss much. I don't know how long I'll continue to stream for. I'm pretty comfortable just sitting here. If you guys don't mind the random bits of silence while I just kind of stare off into space a little. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, a lot more socially awkward in real life, I feel. I mean, once I get going and start chatting with people and getting like into my comfort zone, if there's such a topic for me to talk about, then I'm okay. But you have to get over the hurdle of getting me to start talking. And that's very difficult because I tend to try and keep to myself a lot. I think I talked about this on stream before. It was that one time there was at this pizza social event, and I took a slice of pizza, went to a quiet corner. I fully intended to just stand there and eat my pizza and enjoy my food, and I don't have to talk to people. And someone that I don't know decides to walk over to that person in the corner who had no intention to talking with anybody, which is why she went to that corner and start talking to her. And ask her, make small talk and ask her questions, and it was just like, I was just like, I did not want to talk. Why you gotta find me? There's so many other people out there. There's other people in corners and groups and in the middle of the room, on the sides of the room. Why you gotta find the only person that doesn't want to talk in the room? Yeah, so that was that. Yeah, oh well. I don't mind small groups of people though. Especially those people that I know better and are comfortable with. Or if it's just like random strangers or people I don't know, even if they're my own age and studying, it's similar things. It's a bit difficult. It's not something that I go out of my way to do. I'm not one of those social butterflies. I think I'm a little bit more quiet. But it's easier to talk online, I feel. It's just easier to just continue talking about random stuff and hit it up with people and like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Possibly because there's not that feeling of someone else looking you in the eyes while you speak and you having to look at their face while they speak so as to be polite. And so it's okay to like look to the side and close your eyes and think about what you want to say without seeming rude. So maybe that's the difference. But it's not something I can really pinpoint. It's always been easier just talking to non-tangible people, I suppose. It's a bit strange to say. Virtual people? I wouldn't really go that far. Maybe there's just some sort of wall or filter. It's hard to say. Maybe one of life's mysteries for me. It's like people can't really see too much of your expression online, right? Even if you're in VC and they hear your voice. Because I know that in real life sometimes someone would say something, I'd get pensive and start thinking about ideas, and then there's like, what are you thinking about? I can see from your face that you're thinking about something. And I'm just like, yeah, I suppose I am thinking about something, but I don't know. Yeah, welcome back, Sean. Hope you had a nice break. What did I miss? Not too much. More people dropped by. What were we talking about? Socialization? I'm not going to socialization. What's socialization? What's talking to people in real life? What's looking at people in the eyes and speaking to their soul? It's not something I'm really terribly good at, I think. Yeah, I never heard of that word before. What is that? Is it something you can eat? Does it go well with garlic? But yeah, social interactions online seem a little bit easier to talk in some ways, but harder to know people to the same depth. I mean, you can still get there, but for me, online social interactions, there's a lot more of them, but because there's a lot more, there's a lot that are more superficial, that people you don't mind like hanging around with and playing games with, chatting it up a bit. And it's also a lot easier in text, typing things out, taking your time to respond to messages and thinking about what to say instead of responding in real time. So online interactions for me have always come a lot easier than in-person ones. Like even now, just like not having to have the pressure of saying things within a specific amount of time. I don't know, maybe that's a streaming thing instead of an online thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's easier to talk in online situations because you don't feel like someone's watching you and judging you as you speak, but it's also harder to get a feel of what the other person might be reacting or thinking to your words. So there's a careful balance there. But at the same time, I wasn't terribly the best at discerning other people's emotions anyways in real life, so I guess that didn't really change much for me. Sure, other people other than streamers can relate. I see. It's hard. I think about a lot of stuff like that sometimes. But, it's really hard to tell if it's just like a personal observation or if it's something that if other people feel the same way or can relate, etc. Because I was just talking when you joined back. Like, when someone said something, my coworker said something, and I started thinking about what they were saying and the possibilities, and they're like, what are you thinking about? I can see that you're from your face that you're thinking about something. And then it's just like, they can read that from my face even when I don't say anything. And that's not something you can do in online interactions when you can't see the other person, right? What's worse is that my parents keep on wanting me to be more social. Parents do like that, don't they? That's difficult. It's strange with my parents too, because sometimes they say like, be more social, but they also tend to have the need to approve of my friends that I made. But thankfully I kind of covered that. But I mean, it's important to have a support system, to have friends, I suppose, that you can depend on when you feel like there's no place else to turn. But you shouldn't have to go too far out of your comfort zone for that. And I really hope that you're able to find what you can do within your comfort zone, or even just pushing it slightly so that you can get what you need. Yeah, I only like interacting with people I like or feel comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. If I don't feel comfortable with someone, I don't want to interact with them either, you know? If you have to interact with them, I'd hold them at arm's length, maybe. But generally, I don't do that too much. I mean, I might have people that I'm closer with and try to spend more time with because I feel like I can open my heart up to them a lot more. But it's not something you can do with everybody that you get along with as well. There's certain people that you can chat with and like have fun with, but not talk about some vulnerable stuff or what you're feeling and stuff like that. And that's totally fine to have those sort of people in your life as well. And it's totally fine not to have those sort of people in your life either. I mean, when I was growing up, I never really had any friends. In high school, I maybe had 2. In university, I had 2 on and off. Different pairs, I suppose. Things that I don't even talk to my parents about, basically, or just that's fair. Whereas I mean, there are people who talk to their parents about everything and anything, treat them like their best friends. I know people like that, but there are also people who don't have the luxury of that sort of, I say luxury, but who just don't have that sort of relationship with their parents. I'm not sure which is the norm though. I know I don't have that sort of relationship with the parents. I don't really tell them everything or talk to them about everything I feel. Partially because some of the problems come from them, but that's neither here nor there. There's just certain things that is harder to talk about with people close that are supposed to be close of kin. And that's totally fine in my books. I'd like to say it's normal, but I'm not sure what's normal in this situation because I don't know. I don't understand life enough for that. And I feel like that's totally acceptable. So long as eventually you do have some place to turn to when you have the need. You have the support system. You have people you can trust and people who won't betray that trust. Many weird things in this world are considered normal now, apparently. Yeah, it is. Like virtual avatars, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say because times keep changing. Society keeps changing too. There's things that people wouldn't think about a decade ago that people accept regularly today. And then another decade from now, there will be a multitude of a bunch more new things. Many weird things, probably, I wouldn't be surprised, that are also considered normal then, but not now. And it can be a little bit intimidating for some people, not knowing what the future is like, but I think we just have to take it as we go. Hopefully we can adapt to it fine. It's like that for different places in the world too, though. Although I didn't get too much of a culture shock when I went from Canada to Australia. I did have to get used to being on the wrong side of the road. Because you see, in Canada, people drive on the right side of the road. In Australia, people drive on the left side of the road. And when I was waiting for the tram here, I have waited on the wrong side of the road before. I was like, oh yeah, so I have to go that way. And so I have to wait for the tram that goes that way. And then the tram came. I'm just like, why is it going this way instead? I'm just like, where is the tram? Why am I not able to go on this tram? Because it's going in the wrong direction. I'm just like, oh, because I'm on the wrong side of the world. It's weird in different countries that you're not used to, you know. And there's so many different rules too. I know I started learning how to drive in Canada, but I got my license in Taiwan and I had to learn the rules for Taiwan, which is different too. Yeah. I don't think I'll drive in Australia though, even though I have a license for driving on the right side of the road. I could drive if I wanted to exchange for an international license, but I don't feel like I'll ever be able to just be if I'm not familiar enough with the roads. I don't think I'd want to try. You know, I don't think I'd mind driving in Canada though. I know the roads there. Taiwan. I know I got my license in Taiwan, but it's a bit scary, man. So many motorcycles everywhere, a lot of cars on the roads. Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah, so I'll just probably take the tram, take the bus, maybe take an Uber. Who knows? It's pretty convenient these days. Hmm. 2:12 a.m. Honestly, can't wait till I can get a car. Ooh, that'd be pretty nice. I heard it's like a kind of a milestone, not milestone for some people, where so you get your own car. It's like being a proper adult, doing your own things, taking yourself everywhere. I hope you'll be able to reach that day sometime soon. I don't think I'm too interested in getting my own car though, not gonna lie. I'm just sick of taking the bus and waiting for people to pick me up. I can get that feeling though. Yeah, it's a bit much when people constantly pick you up a lot. Well, actually, I don't mind taking public transport though, probably, but it can be a bit difficult when you want to get to a specific place and public transport isn't the best way to go about doing so. So I can see where having a car is very useful. I don't want to drive though. It's not the favorite thing to do. It's a lot more stressful. Overthink things a lot. It's worse because I wait in the cold. Yeah. You're waiting for even just waiting for a bus in the cold is pretty miserable sometimes. I can relate with that. Yeah, not the nicest. I think I might still prefer taking the bus or tram or whatever public transport to being picked up by my parents sometimes though, but only on some days. Some days it's nice. Some days it's just convenient to get home as soon as possible. Other days it's less nice when they insist on giving you a lecture on the ways of life and stuff like that. But those days are behind me and I don't really have much of a choice anymore. I do just take the bus and the tram. I miss hot weather. I don't miss hot weather. I have hot weather here right now. I mean, it's okay, I guess. But I do kind of miss cold weather. A little bit, just a little bit. But having some warmth in the sun is pretty nice too, not gonna lie. So I guess I'll just try my best to enjoy my hot weather while it lasts. Sorry to those in the northern hemisphere and not near the equator. I've got my summer here. I do miss skiing though. I used to ski a bit in Canada. Did figure skating for a while too, so you can imagine me liking the cold. I don't know if there's any opportunities nearby here, but maybe someday I'll have to go take a look again. Something about just gliding and having the wind in your face. It's a liberating feeling. I really enjoyed that. Join you in the hotness, please. Ah ha 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 ha. Come, if you can, if you dare. Let me join you in the coldness. I want some snow. I want to be bundled up and drink hot chocolate in the cold weather and make snowmen and like just twirl around in snow. Give me some snow. If not here, then let me go to somewhere with snow or something. I don't know. Oh. But I'll just take my warmth for now. It's my warmth and you can't have it. I mean, you're welcome to it, but can you take it? But there are places in the world where the weather doesn't change for the entire year. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing though. That depends on what you're used to. You don't care if I can take it or not. I want it. I want to. Come and take it if you can. Maybe I'll bottle it up in jars. Bottle up all the hotness. Put it in a jar, sell it to people. Although I can't really put a preservation charm on it, unfortunately. Don't have that type of magic. Make a profit and buy food. Buy good food. I don't know, what would I do with money? I'd get myself a good place. Get myself... good food. Enjoy your breakfast. Oh, get myself a good place to settle down. Hopefully stabilize my future. And enjoy food. That sounds about right. What else would I want in life? I value like friendships and connections a lot. But that's not something you can get with money, so it's not something tangible that I'd want to get. Upgrade to PC. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, a desktop computer. If I had money, I'd settle down, settle into a good permanent place, get a desktop computer for me to stream better, I suppose, play games and whatnot, and do stuff that I want to do. Don't worry about prices when I go grocery shopping and go out to eat good food. Spend some money on my friends, maybe? Give them good gifts. Show them my appreciation. I don't know what I want. There's not much I want. I just want to enjoy life, so maybe just when the pandemic clears up, to just be able to travel. That'd be pretty nice too. After I get a more permanent place to settle down, but also just be able to see the world a bit more. Visit people. Visit friends. Maybe I'll enroll in some courses or something. Learn some stuff. Maybe I'll start investing in the stock market. I haven't really done that much yet because, well, don't have that money. Or the time for that matter. Maybe some donations here and there, depends on how much money I have left. I don't know, what do you guys buy if you have a lot of money? Put the rest in my savings account probably and watch the interest grow. It's hard to say because I'm just thinking about if I go out randomly. Apart from not worrying about the prices of food, I don't think there's much that I've seen and just be like, I really want that, but I don't have the money for it. Like, thing is, like, I don't really have too much interest in tangible material, I suppose. I would, like, be a little less, restrictive on myself for buying games or something. If I enjoy doing that, then I'd play more games. I don't have to worry about the prices and stuff. Just buy more games. But yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't use stuff like makeup or like healthcare products, beauty products, or whatever that takes a chunk of your money. I don't really use jewelry that much either, so you don't need to buy expensive, lavish, diamond, whatever stuff. I don't really buy clothing that much either. I'm happy with what I have. Although sometimes occasionally I might just look at one thing that I feel like I really want and buy that. But that's pretty rare. Like there was that one time I went to the store and I saw this white collared shirt with a pattern of cats on it. And that was really cute and I was like, oh my god, I really want it, so I got it. After checking the price tag to make sure it's not too expensive at least. But even if I do have if I don't have to worry about price, I have to wait for something that really catches my eye and feel like I need it, I really want it, I love it. I'll definitely wear it, you know? It doesn't really happen often. So I wouldn't spend too much money on that regard either. Yeah, I might just pass it on. Friends, give them gifts, support them in ways that I can. And that's just all dream talk. I don't really have that sort of money to throw around, unfortunately. I'll continue buying stuff that's on sale at the grocery stores. Look exclusively for their things that are like 20% off or $2 off or whatever. Get those deals and bargains. There's a certain appeal and amusement to that too, I suppose. A tray of fish for $10. Oh, it'd be interesting to be able to spend some money on projects though. Either just commissioning artists or video editors or mixers or whatever, and just make a really good, really high quality project of some sort if I'm really passionate about it. That'd be pretty interesting if I had the money, but I don't have the money. So I guess I'll just continue seeing stuff that I do on budget. Guess Timeless is kind of on a budget, isn't it? I'll figure it out. Maybe someday I'll have to take a look at some other people's commissions. Hope you guys are enjoying the time of the series though. I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. I don't know if you guys know the 8-bit drummer. I've been trying to send out either chapter 2 or I guess chapter 3 now is pretty good too into his recommended song list to play for the day, but there's too many other requests and it's really difficult to, unfortunately. So maybe I'll do it someday. Maybe he'll play it someday on a stream, but I wouldn't put too much high hope into it. I'm glad you like it, Seiko. This is one that I'm really proud of because it's very unorthodox with 5 beats and 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very unconventional. It's kind of like how thoughts aren't like completely on time and linear. You can have stray thoughts here and there that are different, flowing a bit differently in your brain. I guess that's sort of the feeling I'm trying to go for by changing the time around like that. But hopefully it's calming and nice to listen to in the background. Let me know if you'd like a 10-hour version. I can release that sometime next week as well. Did I say 10 hour? I mean 1 hour. I don't think I made a 10-hour version. It's just 1 hour. 1 hour version for you to repeat on loop, whatever. It's looped perfectly. Oh, yeah. That's the second yawn already of the stream. Maybe it's time for me to go to sleep. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Maybe it's time to go sleep. It's been 3 hours. And I'm starting to feel a bit more tired. Not the worst idea. Well, maybe I'll start winding down then. Thank you everybody for dropping by the stream. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, background music right now is Timeless 3. Chapter 3 released 2.5 hours ago. And go check that out with a story in the description below. If you haven't seen Timeless at all, there's chapter 1 that starts over here. And then if you want to follow me for information on when the next stream is, here's the socials over here, as well as my YouTube and whatnot. And not much else to say except for more thank yous and stuff, and let's try to find someone to raid. Let's see. Wow. What are you streaming? In the air. He's streaming chatting as well. He's a pretty nice friend. Let's go raid him. Boop boop. We don't have too many viewers with us right now, but that's fine. We'll take whoever we can. Yep, thank y'all again for joining me today, and I don't know when the next stream will be, but yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next stream then. Alright, bye everyone. Yeah.
A movie. It's a dog's purpose. Feel free to join. You don't have to. How's your debut for your Timeless. T-I-I Timeless. T-I Timeless. Timeless. With a double I. It was good. Nice, nice. I'll check it out after. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware of it. How are things? How was things? How was your stream? A bit confusing because the name is timeless, but the hashtag is hashtag TIIMless. Ah shit! No, the shout out is. Wait. Fuck. That's too bad. Wait. Shit. Good thing you chatted a lot. Yeah. We just finished a horror movie. You missed that one. So you're in luck. What's going on screen? So we're about to watch another movie, and it's gonna be a sad movie. A dog. Feel free to join as well. So how it's gonna work is I'm playing it on my screen. You guys gotta search up for yourself. And then I'll count it down and the timer will play. Oh, you wanna watch it? It's about to start. I think I'm gonna say that's fine. That's fine. Thank you for the raid. Alright. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Let's. Cheers and good night. Cheers. Cheers. Alright. Let's go into the movie. Let's